Abu Mohammed, and now you are married. How many children would you like to have?
Maybe 4, maybe 6.
Boys, how many?
Boys? No problem, my boys, girls,
Anyone?
anyone. Just I want baby to tell me, hi, my dad. And when I come back to home, he come to me running, hi, my dad, welcome home, welcome home.
Okay.
And hug me,
Okay.
kiss me.
Now you are working. Let me say you are working. Now they called you from your house that you must come to work now, and they are having a very private time with your wife. Will you go for the work and leave your wife, or you stay with your wife?
If them call me from the work, you have to come. No, I don't leave my wife.
You leave your work?
Yes. Because family is the first.
Yeah.
I cannot find any time wife and family. I can find any time work. I work anything, man, but I cannot find home and wife.
So if they say, oh, if you don't do this, no problem.
No problem for me.
Ababdu.
Yes, ma'am.
If you are in your house,
yes,
and unfortunately they called you from your office, you must come now.
Yes.
And you're with your wife, you have private business or private something. You're in private situation with your wife.
I must let my home and go to my job. Yes, it's necessary.
Okay.
I must finish my job. After that, come back to my home, because it's job. When you let your job, it's failure in your life. But you must put like a system between this and this. Sometimes maybe they need some emergency. They need you. You work our job in medical. In medical, we need some emergency. Maybe somebody needs some drugs. They need you. Understand? Maybe for example, in factory, maybe they need, for example, like outline for or practical for some drugs. Maybe they need you to do these drugs. How experiment? You must to go and put this job. Understand? After that, come back to home.
Okay.
It's must. It's life like this. Okay. If you want successful in your life, you must to do like this. Because whom don't hurry up. Understand me? But you must do your job and come back.
I guess you're talking out of experience of how many years in marriage now? 20?
I think 13. 13 years, yes.
And, Abu Mohammed is
4 months.
4 months in marriage, so he doesn't have any experience yet, I think so.
No,
and
no,
you're talking about
wait,
from
yes,
experience.
Yes.
Okay, why do you say?
No. I understand him because he has 2 wives and he has children. He can go. No problem for him, but for me, I'm a new everything. I will sell it at home.
He will let his wife many 5 days, but now he new husband. New husband. So he don't think to leave her 1 minute.
Okay.
Understand me?
Okay. Mayor, now I know you're not married. That's quite sure you're not married. But in future you're going to get married. And it now happens that you are called on an emergency situation to leave whatever you're doing, whether you are in the house, whatever you're doing, that you should come to the office. So are you going to leave your wife, if you're in a very private situation with your wife, and go for the emergency situation?
Yeah, first of all, I will leave my wife because My wife already know the kind of work I'm doing as a pharmacist. She already know that all the time we'll be busy at my working place, and all the time help to save life. I'm not a doctor, but like help to save life in the drug way and other parts. So my wife already know the kind of work I'm doing. It's not like other work, like people who sell provisions or something, that when they goes out to sell 6 o'clock, they come back and sleep. But she already knows. So situation like that, I will tell my wife, I have an urgent something, I'll be back in 2 hours time. And she must accept that, because she already know that without me being to that work, I won't provide good things for the home. Because a good home is all about the money. People who think it's not money, it's money. Marry your wife now, don't buy clothes for her. Don't give her good food. She will leave you. No matter how the love goes, she will still leave you. But when there is money, she will be happy. So mind you, when I'm working, that's where I will have the money to build the mansion.
So
and
she married you for money, man?
No.
No, she married you for money.
It's not for money. Like, let me explain to you now. Like now, your wife traveled all the way from Canada to come and see you, right? If there is no money for she to travel from Canada to come and see you, she will not see you. The marriage will not take place. You get me? And the love might cause problem.
But
and
you
love
are
will
pharmacy.
close.
What's the emergency come to you? And
Yeah.
you're sitting at
No,
home
when
and
the emergency
them
come,
call you,
I will go
right
to the
now you have
emergency.
to come.
Because when I save the emergency, they'll give me money. And I'll bring the money home to make my wife feel happy.
You are
Because
not
without
thinker,
money,
man.
my wife won't be happy. It's normal. It's life for you. You understand? It's normal
I
in
don't
all
think
life.
that money everything. I know that we need money to buy food, to buy.
Without money,
chair,
you would
buy
dress
anything.
well. You wouldn't feel good. Your wife, okay, maybe
So-
your wife have not eaten for 2 days. She will not be happy. Even if there is love, say I love you, but she won't feel.
Okay, I want to ask you, please,
Yeah.
my friend.
Okay, for me, if in any emergency situation and they called me to leave whatever I'm doing, even if I'm in private station with my wife, I should come. I think I will leave my wife and go for the job, because the job will keep the home. Without the money and the job, I don't think there will be any good home, because I need money to run my family. So my wife needs to understand the kind of job I'm doing in the first place before we got married. Because it's not like, how will I put it? She must have understood the kind
Go
of
to
job-
sun, man. Go to sun.
So
Yes.
she must have understood the kind of job I'm doing before we got married. So she has to understand, she has to bear it, and I'll try to relate to my office for such situation not to be. At least they'll have a substitute. Not all the time I'll start leaving my wife. Every time they're calling me on emergency, come. Every time I can keep on leaving my wife, it will bring some problem in the family, you know. But in the whole situation, I think I will give the job the opportunity to bring more money for the house. I will feel more happy, because my children, my wife, or everybody need good living condition. They need to ride car, they need to travel, they need to do
Let me
all
tell
those
you a
things
secret,
cost
man.
money.
When you be at America or Canada, they will give you money without job for your children.
Let me ask you a question
But
now.
they must know standard, their situation first.
Let me ask you a question now. Maybe you have your children are getting ready to go to school. Every early morning you take them to school. They already know that every morning 7 o'clock my daddy is going to take me to school. And by maybe 5 minutes to 7, they have to call you that you come to the factory. And while you are going to the factory, that means your children will not
Factory or
go to
hospital?
school. No, now you're working in the factory. Okay, meanwhile your children will not go to school because there's no transport to take the children to school. And maybe your wife have gone to work by 6 o'clock. What will you do? Will you leave the children at home and rush to the factory, or you lose that day work and take the children to school?
No, I will not lose the day work and go to take the children to school. If the children don't go to school that day, they will go another day, and there will be a possibility of at least getting maybe another driver or somebody to take them to school. Because if I lose the job, they will not go to school for their throughout their life, because I need money from that factory.
Or maybe you go early.
No, this is emergency.
Emergency.
Situation.
7 minutes.
I need the money from the factory
Yes.
to continue their education. Because if I take them to school and they lay me off from the factory, what happens? No money for them to go to school again.
My friend,
2
I
minutes.
want recommend you, excuse me,
Okay.
about this subject. In your life, when you become practically and seriously, your wife like you and your baby respect you and your wife and your family. But when you become lazy, your wife hit you
We have 1 minute.
and your baby
We have to close
And-
this video.
and your friends in your job in factory. You must remember this.
Oh.
So we must become practically and seriously in about our job
So,
and respect our job
So-
about this. If they need some emergency, something, we must to do for them this something.
Okay.
okay, this our
Okay.
discussion about who has wife or not and their
No
job.
more topics are coming.
And so, thank you.
Subscribe
for-
to this YouTube channel because more are coming.
Yeah.
More will be how to get a girlfriend.
Okay,
Or how to treat
bye-bye.
your girlfriend.